how you feel. Are you hearing me? How you feel is the most important thing.
Camera's rolling and action. Action. So.
What up? Good morning. Grand rising to y'all. I got my tea this morning. It's a yogi tea. You guys know if you drink the yogi tea, they always come with a message. And today's message is, you are equally as beautiful as the universe. Indeed, my nigga. Alright, so today, I want to talk about vibrational shifting. That's what we want to talk about today. And this is actually something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while now. It's something that I've been going through for, I'd say, maybe I've been in LA for 2 years. I'd say about 3.5, maybe going on 4 years, where I've literally gotten into spaces in my life where I've felt like a different person. And that's yesterday. And then today I feel like a whole new different person. And I'm not gonna lie to you, when this first began, and I got my tea, so just be mindful I will be sipping this throughout the episode. When I first started happening, I really thought that I was going crazy. I really thought that I didn't know who I was, and I was losing I was losing myself. Like I didn't have a grip, and that's just because I wasn't aligned with a certain thing, and we'll get to that. So first, I just want to go into 4 different, for me, different ways and reasons or factors as to why my vibration would shift so much, where I would completely feel like a different person. And the first one is environment. My personal experience is that, living in LA, when I got here, literally, and let me, before I even get into it, let me actually let you, if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me kind of clue you in. Literally, there'll be one day and I'll be in LA and I'll wake up and I'll feel a certain way. I'll feel a certain way, and it's it's kind of hard to perceive this if you don't shift. So if you're not shifting, you can't really understand what it would feel like to feel completely different because you in the same energy. So to be honest, I mean, of course this is for people who haven't really shifted that much, but this is actually a little more for people who are doing it and are a little confused as to why they're feeling the way they feel. And so literally one day I'll feel a certain way, a completely way about me and my reality, and I'll know with this going, I have a vision of what things are happening, and then literally something could alter it, and the next day I'll feel completely different, completely. It's still me, it's still Akeem, but it's like a different consciousness. It's like I'm on a different vibration, I'm on a different frequency, and that different frequency is bringing different thoughts, different feelings, different levels of awareness, different experiences because of the thoughts that I'm having, because of the feelings that I'm having. And this is all due to vibration. This is why I try to tell people vibration and understanding your vibration and where you are and how you feel is so important. Please hear me out, man. It's important. So again, let's get into the first thing, environment. Living in Baltimore and being there and never really going anywhere else except when I would want to go to Disney World or some shit like that. You feel the same. Your life is the same. Everything is pretty much the same. How you move is the same. How you groove is the same. What you're thinking about on a daily basis is pretty much the same thing. I get to LA, completely different. Completely different. And it's just because of the vibration that exists, the frequency of the area that now I'm so sensitive to, because I've done the energy work, because I've done the work on my being. I've become sensitive to different energies and different vibrations. So when I get into them, it's no longer, I don't feel anything. and I'm in a holy church, a holy be building, and I feel the same. That shouldn't be. When we enter these spaces, we should feel the difference but remain the same. So that's environment. And like I said, just going in different spaces and literally different buildings, different arenas, different spaces, they just feel different because of the energetic output that was there or that is there. Secondly is food. Food, man, like I've watched and monitored my thoughts and how I feel in my whole mood when eating, a piece of fried chicken. And then the next day, that same time of day, eating a fresh salad. Your thing, it's so, it's like, I'm gonna do the best I can to really describe and explain this to you, but it's so etheric. The realm that I'm talking about is so unexplainable, but I'm gonna do my best. And yeah, so again with the foods, food, as you all know, it alters your vibration, it alters your frequency. Different foods have different frequencies due to, if it's animal, what the animal went through, how much pain was it in before it died, the food, is it cooked, is it raw? We need knowledge of this, we need awareness of this, because these certain environmental and agricultural and cultural factors that we play in every day has a direct effect on how we feel, and that feeling is coming from your vibration. Okay, so again, the food is another thing. Oh, this is a big one for me. This was a big one. Mind altering substances. So we talking about marijuana, we talking about mushrooms, we're talking about acid, we're talking about DMT, we're talking about ayahuasca, we're talking about alcohol, we're talking about cigarettes, we're talking about everything that when you inhale it or when you intake it, it alters the way you see life and the way you think. And what I can tell you, and what I'm going to specifically focus on is two. I think that's this girl or some shit. I'm going to focus on two of those, and one is weed and the other is mushrooms. My nigga, you don't know how many times I've seen the difference between my thought forms and my thought patterns when I'm high on marijuana versus when I'm sober. And you don't even know how many times that I've shifted and known the difference between marijuana that has chemicals in it and marijuana that's organic. Every single, from being high on chemical-based marijuana, from being high on organic-based marijuana, and just being sober at all, those are three different realities. You gotta understand that. You gotta understand that when you smoke, your brain patterns, they change. I don't care what kind of person you are. I don't care how weed affects you. This is bottom line. When you intake the substance, things change for you. Now, I'm not talking about a negative way. I'm not saying it always has to be negative. But for me, I'm giving my own personal experience. I would intake weed and literally have have thoughts of eating the most junkiest, dirtiest foods alive. Not even alive because they're dead, but eating the craziest, the most unhealthy things. It's because when I smoke, it's just like I get hungry, and when I get hungry, I don't care what I eat. I just want to eat. I just want to intake some goddamn food, some good ass juice or something. Don't care how much sugar is in it. Don't care how many dead animals is in it. That's just how it is. And then the thing is, I think, and I won't call it an addiction, but I thank those attachments to these substances, because they show you the difference between you and it. It shows you the difference between the true reality and illusion. Okay, and this is the thing that has to remain before I even get to that. It shows you the true reality and the illusion. Mushrooms. You take mushrooms, and as you know, whoever takes mushrooms, it's you just think differently, not only in that moment, but forever after. It begins to reconnect things. It begins to remold things in your brain. It begins to rewire and refocus things for you. It allows you to see things from a truer place. And then you're in that space, and you go into reality, and then you get to experience. And again, that's another vibration. That's another frequency. Man, boy. And the fourth thing It's just it's just probably the most important thing. Your attitude. Your attitude. How you feel determines the entire reality. How you feel determines what food you would even take in. How you feel would even determine would you make the decision to get high or do mushrooms. How you feel determines the environment that you put yourself in. How you feel. Are you hearing me? How you feel is the most important thing. Come on. You think it's about your mind? No, it's about here. The feeling that you output into the reality is the reality that will get back to you, that you will see in front of your eyes. And that in itself is a vibrational place that you can exist in. But more importantly, what you need to understand really is that there's something that never changes. There's something in you that never shifts. You hear me? You hear me? There's something in you that never shifts. It never wavers. It never sways. It stays constant right here. And it's you. And it's you. You don't shift. You don't move. You don't sway. You remain. And you remain. And you are the experiencer of the different foods and the different vibrations. You're the experiencer of the different attitudes and moods. You're the experiencer of the different environments. And you get to play in them. You get to feel them and thrive in them. And to know that you'll never actually be that. You'll never be attached to any of those things. You are you. You are you. Find out who you are. Doesn't matter how many goddamn times of reality wants to throw a different reality at you, another experience at you, another space where you gotta adjust. The thing is, ain't no adjusting. It's only experiencing. It's only experiencing. Experience at different places and spaces with unconditional love. And that's when you'll really get the meat of what you're experiencing. Is when you're not judging what you're experiencing. Boy, all in all, get ready for shifting. Get ready for different spaces and places, environments and foods that will change how you think and see your life. Get ready for it. And know that it will never change who you really are, but give you the fullness and the richness of what reality has to offer, because that's what you're here for. You're here to experience yourself. You're here to experience the beauty of the earth. You're here to experience the reality, the nature of things, the flow of things, while realizing that you never have to flow with things, to realize that you never are those things. Whew, I'm out. This is light giving.